Hey guys, what's up? This is Jesse, aka J Bone, and what we're gonna do tonight is kind of just go through some of the holes and the shots um, that I had during my Winter Links tournament, which I actually won my first blue gold on. I was pretty stoked about that. This was the third time I've played pro, and each time I've played, I've gotten a little bit better. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of go through the holes, and I'm gonna show you some of the shots and point out some of the things that I felt were the key reasons that I won uh, this gold banner. The first hole, easy par 3. I got a birdie on it. I don't have the replay of that shot. So we'll start on hole 2, which is a par 4. And we'll cue up that shot and we'll start from that hole. And we'll start with my drive here. Don't ask me why I have the Berserker ball. I'm not really sure why I had that. I just did. Going left, just want to make sure I get myself up and over this first little hill and onto the second fairway, and even into the rough is fine, because from there I can reach the green with my long iron, rough iron still, so it's not really a problem being in the rough there. And this is my second shot here. Just want to try to get it close, give myself a decent shot for the birdie on this hole. It's a really tough hole to do anything but birdie. So yeah, just really trying to get myself in position to make that birdie shot. Okay. And from there I putted it in. 2 holes, 2 down. Alright, next hole is hole 3. This is a par 4, and this is one of those holes where I think that if you wanted to be competitive in this tournament, you had to try to get to the green to get that eagle. Okay? I think it's one of those holes that's worth taking the risk. So either you take the risk, you make the shot, and you place in the top 5, top 10, or you just take the easy birdie and place in the top, 20 to 30. So to me, it's worth trying to take the risk. As you can see, I line it up, and I hit it pretty good. I think I should have gone with a different ball, but it's in the past. Nothing I can do about it now. As you can see, my shot comes up a bit short of the green. I'll leave myself with a little difficult chip shot here, and I'll just let you watch and see what happens. This is my second shot on the hole. Got my Nirvana 3, which is nice for these kind of shots. And there you go. You see I hit it perfectly, and I just rolled it right in for the eagle. That was a pretty big shot for me this early in the round. And that put me at 4 down through 3 holes. Alright, the next hole was par 3. Let y'all watch that. All we really will watch is the drive on this hole. Pretty easy hole. I don't really think anybody had issues with this hole. Spin right, little curl. Try to hit it perfect or good. And as long as you lined it up somewhere in the right general area, the ball is going to funnel down to the hole. So there that one was. A little bit more power. Might have got a hole-in-one, but it's a very difficult hole to get a hole-in-one on. If you get a hole-in-one on that hole, it's like hitting the jackpot in this tournament. Not many people did it. Alright, so I made that putt. That took me to 5 under through 4 holes. The next hole was the par 5. hole 5. Yeah. Let you see my drive. This is actually a very, very easy hole to get an eagle on. You know, it's all based on your drive. As long as you hit a perfect or great shot, you should put yourself in decent position to use your long iron or your wood to approach this green. The only difficult thing that I foresee happening to some of the people might have been their ball selection. Not using a ball with enough wind deterrent, and then finding themselves kind of in between clubs on this next shot onto the green. And there's my second shot, and just rolled just past the hole. I must have done this about 4 or 5 times this weekend over my accounts on this hole. So close, so many times. Went on to eagle the hole, so that put me at 7 down through 5. So we go on to hole 6, which is another one of those holes that you can drive the green on a par 4 off the tee shot. And I don't know what it was about this hole. I've never had issues with this hole until this tournament. I guess it's just the extra elevation from the second tee that makes the ball carry a little bit more, a little bit extra, because I was having trouble landing my ball too far the whole weekend on this hole. As you can see, I put my ball in the rough, in the bunker. Left myself a difficult shot. Really just trying to do something good here. I knew I needed a eagle on this hole. And watch this. Boom, look at that. Eagle. I would consider that one of the key shots of the tournament for myself right there. That put me at 9 under through 6 holes. With the last 3 coming up, I know 7 and 9 were kind of tough holes for a lot of people. Let's see. And we'll start with my drive. I was very fortunate on these holes. Didn't seem to have as many issues. I think I kind of had a good system down. I used my eyeball, which really cut the wind, minus 55% wind reduction. And I was consistently putting myself right in this area for all of my drives. I have a video on my my YouTube site where I actually got an albatross on this hole during the qualifying round. So if you want to watch that, you can go back and watch that. And I'll show you my approach shot here. I think I came pretty close to an albatross on this shot right here. Yeah, I did. Luckily, I was able to put that one in for another eagle. Okay. Hole 8. Short par 3. Another fairly easy hole. The par 3s of this course were pretty easy, in my opinion. I doubt we'll be seeing either of these par 3s on the golden shot. Hit that one in for a birdie. So we moved on to hole 9. Hole 9, another one of those tough holes. I decided to go with the extra mile and the big dog. I found that from the landing spot on my drive, I was able to use the big dog and make a very easy shot with the big dog. I know the ball guy on the big dog is not great, but I found a club that worked for me on this hole, and I stuck with it the whole tournament. I think I eagled 9 and 18 on each of the different rounds. And here you see my second shot here with the big dog on this hole. It's just simple right, spin right, and just a little bit of top spin. Kind of just high bounce, and then it funneled down the green right to the hole. So through 9 holes, I was sitting at 14 down. So 14 down. You know, at this point, I hadn't even looked at the top of the leaderboard. I don't like to look at the top of the leaderboard. I don't like to know what I have to shoot. I like to just kind of go out there, play my game, and do my best. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we got all right. This is the drive on hole 10, par 3. You didn't get to see this hole on number 1, so here's the same hole on number 10. I actually messed up on this hole. I did not mean to have this driver. Oops, that wasn't my shot. Oh wait, here's my shot. Okay. Here's my shot. I did have the right driver. Oh. I liked the rocket on this hole because of its ability to lots of backspin, and also its ball guide. So I used that for most of my rounds in this tournament, and had pretty good results. Went on to get a birdie on that hole. And here we go. Hole 11. As you can see, I changed the ball this time around. went a little bit long. I was actually trying to stop it that time, and just a little bit too long. Here's my second shot on this hole. Hit it great. And stopped it. Got a little roll back. Put myself in a good spot. Got another birdie. So that's 2 down on the back 9 so far. Oh, I just showed you this shot. Oh, my bad. Guess we'll watch it again. Would you believe that? It didn't stop again. Alright, let's move on to the next hole. 4B. There we go. Alright, this is a very important hole in my tournament. And it's not because of the shot I took. I struggled with this drive in this round. As you can see, I went in the water on my drive. So that's my shot. And now we're going to watch Jeff's shot. And all I can do is hope that Jeff does something good, because I've already screwed up my chances for an eagle. It's kind of weird. What's going on? Oh, there we go. So here I'm hoping that Jeff hits a really good shot, because I'm already sitting with one ball in the water. So that pretty much guarantees that I have to make a really good drive on my next shot to even have a chance. And he hits it into the rough. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I have got to get this ball on the green to even have a chance. So here is my second drive on this hole. And here we go. Should have gone back farther. I didn't completely overpower it, and I should have. Because as you can see, I come up short again, just like I did on the front 9. So, one of the most important shots of the game of my round was actually this shot right here. And it was taken by my opponent. As you can see, I say thanks. Because he pretty much just saved my butt right there. By him eagling it, guarantees me a birdie. I don't even have to make that chip out of the rough to get a birdie. He gave me a birdie automatically. So that was really big. Alright, so the next hole par 3. One of those easy holes. I was really hoping to get a hole in one, but I just didn't hit it that good. Alright, hole 5. We're just going to go straight to the shot. This might be my shot. This is probably the shot of the tournament for me. With this shot right here, I had come close so many times in this tournament and just never could get it. And here it is. I hit exactly how I wanted to hit it, and I rolled it into the hole for the albatross. Man, I was so freaking excited. I was like running around the downstairs part of my house, pumping my fists in silence because the kids were in bed, you know. But, I mean, you imagine a 35-year-old running around their house pumping their fists in the air. Yeah, I was doing it. That's okay. Alright, so let's move on to our next hole. This hole again. That was Jose hitting his shot. He hit his good. Okay, so Jose hit a good shot. Let's see how I did on my shot. Surely I learned my lesson from the first 9. I mean, I even adjusted a little bit extra. I mean, I adjusted about a full bar back. I was thinking that would be enough. And it wasn't. I mean, I should have gone at least another whole bar back to even had a chance. I chipped it up near the hole, put it in for a birdie. Let's see, we'll look at 16. We'll look at 16. Look at my second shot on 16. Had a good drive on my first shot, and this was my second shot. I needed to get an eagle, birdie, and eagle in the last 3 holes to tie for first place. Hit it good. Skipped over that little bunker and rolled it down towards the hole. Left myself a little bit of a putt, but I was able to hit it in. So that right there, put in as an eagle, put me at 24 under. So I was sitting at 24 under after that. Next hole, par 3, hit a birdie. So that put me at 25 under. So I knew at this point I had to get an eagle to tie for the lead. So you can only imagine how nervous I was. And it's not exactly like the best drive to be taking when you're like nervous, because it's a very precise, precision drive. I watched my opponent almost hit the ball into the rough on his drive. And now it's my turn to hit that same drive. So I was really nervous. Had my eyeball ball, so that was a minus 55 in the wind, so that helped out. Put a little curl, and I hit it perfect. When I hit that ball perfect, whew, that was a large weight off my shoulder, because I knew I was going to be sitting good with a little easy big dog shot to set myself up for the game. And here is my second shot with the big dog. Same as the front nine, all you gotta do is put it up there, let the ball bounce and funnel down to the hole. You know, for this one was a little bit harder for first place. And luckily I hit it even better than I did the first time. I put myself really close because the last thing I wanted on this hole was a long putt to try to win a tournament on. So here is the putt. If I hit this putt, I get my eagle. And I get my minus 27. Hit it great. Didn't even hit it perfect, but I hit it great. Luckily, that's all I needed. And that right there was my round. Let's see if we can go check out the scorecard here. Okay. As you can see, I won with the tiebreaker. Wasn't even close. I had him by 6 strokes. Minus 27 for my weekend round. I had a minus 25 for my opening round. As you can see, 7 and 9, 16, 18. You know, I was solid on those holes the whole weekend. On hole 3 and 12, I got an eagle 1 out of 2 times, which is something that I said to several other people that you need to at least get 1 out of 2 eagles on that hole to have a chance. The same thing on my final round. Got it on 3, didn't get it on 12, but you know that was enough. I got that albatross on 14, and that was it. So that was my tournament. Appreciate any of y'all that are actually watching this, and I hope to do a few more of these videos here in the future. I would like to try to, you know, put them out a little bit earlier in the week and actually record my full rounds where you can actually watch the full shots, the full setup, not these kind of like shortened versions for the saved replays in the game. So, hope y'all have a good evening, and I'm getting ready to go to bed myself. Good night.